For us, Europeans, going back to the family home represents a certain value which exists in our traditions, in our history, and also in our culture. Nobody understood it in America. I can't imagine life without Poland. Anti-Semitism and Polish nationalism are a stain on my country which has remained to this day, and I don't think we'll ever be able to get rid of it. Since life in Poland is hard, intolerable in fact, I had to show a bit of this in films. However, I did spare the viewers many very unpleasant things which happen in daily life. First, I saved them from anything as horrible as politics. Second, I didn't show queues in front of shops. Third, I didn't show such a thing as a ration card, although many goods were being rationed then. And fourth, I didn't show boring and dreadful traditions. I tried to show individuals in difficult situations. Everything pertaining to social hardships or life's difficulties in general was always somewhere in the background. When I say I bear a grudge against my country, I really bear a grudge against history, or perhaps against the geography which treated this country the way it did. There were 3 ways a filmmaker could go during communism. One way was not to make any films. Another way was to make films which were approved of, that is, pro-party, pro-Russian, pro-Lenin and pro-military. The third way was to back away and make films about love or nature, or about the fact that something's beautiful or very ugly. And there was also a fourth way, to try to understand. I chose the fourth because that's in keeping with my temperament. That's what I did during film school, and that's what I do today. I steal takes from films, scenes, or solutions, just as I steal stories, and afterwards, I can't even remember where I stole them from. Preisner is an exceptional composer in that he's interested in working on a film right from the beginning and not just seeing the finished version and then thinking about how to illustrate it with music. The realm of superstitions, fortune-telling, presentiments, intuitions, dreams, all this is the inner life of a human being, and all this is the hardest thing to film. A 15-year-old girl came up to me and said that she'd been to see The Double Life of Veronique and only wanted to say one thing really, that she realised that there is such a thing as a soul. It was worth making Veronique for that girl. Blue, white, red. Liberty, equality, fraternity. It was Piechot's idea. Why not try to see how the 10 Commandments function today? What our attitude to them is, and how the 3 words, liberty, equality and fraternity, function today, on a very human, intimate and personal plane, and not a philosophical, let alone a political or social one. Absolute freedom only leads to great works if you're a genius. If you're not, it very often leads to pretentiousness, inferiority and something even worse, which is spending money and making films exclusively for yourself and your nearest friends. Necessary restrictions and necessary compromises give rise to a certain ingenuity, inventiveness, and inspire energies which enable you to find original solutions and ideas within the script. I've got papers which certify me as having schizophrenia duplex, which is a very dangerous form of schizophrenia and could mean that, given a rifle, I might, first and foremost, shoot the officer. The whole thing made me aware yet again how complicated we all are, because I didn't lie to the conscription board. I spoke the truth. I simply exaggerated a little and didn't tell the whole truth, and this proved credible. I was happy when I got to film school. I'd simply satisfied my ambition to show them that I could get in, nothing else, although I believe they shouldn't have accepted me. I was a complete idiot. I can't understand why they took me. Probably because I'd tried 3 times. I'm just as fanatically afraid of those therapists as I am of politicians, of priests, and of teachers. I'm frightened of all those people who show you the way, who know. I don't believe you can be shown a goal if you don't find it yourself. Our dreams and ideas about some ideal reality always clash somewhere along the line with something that's incomparably shallower and more wretched. We haven't got any time left for feelings, and I think that's where the real problem lies. Or time for passion, which is closely tied up with feelings. Our lives slip away through our fingers. We've become too egotistic, too much in love with ourselves and our needs, and it's as if everybody else has somehow disappeared into the background. There is something beautiful in the fact that we can give something of ourselves. But if it turns out that while giving of ourselves, we are doing so in order to have a better opinion of ourselves, then there's a blemish on this beauty. A genius immediately finds his place. But I'll need to take all my life to get there, and I never will. I know that perfectly well. One can say it's cancer or a heart attack, but really people usually die because they can't go on living. The most optimistic thing I can say is, I'm still alive.